Hello everyone, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Brian, and I am the newest member of the High Stakes team. Now I'd like to commence this video with a request for those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions. If our guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, we kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering our presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore our Patreon support tier or check out our various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. On this video, I am going to give you my three-leg parlay picks for today. My first parlay pick is Baltimore Orioles vs Oakland Athletics. Take Baltimore Orioles, and here is why. The Baltimore Orioles secured a crucial 4-1 victory over the Seattle Mariners earlier on Wednesday night, thanks to a standout performance from Ryan O'Hearn and a stellar outing by Dean Krimmer. O'Hearn came through with a key two-out, two-run double in the third inning, driving in Ramon Urias and Adley Rutschman after Seattle center fielder Julio Rodriguez narrowly missed making a sliding catch on the warning track. O'Hearn later added a solo home run, his 11th of the season, on a cutter from Logan Gilbert that stayed in the middle of the plate. This offensive burst provided ample support for Krimmer, who threw 5 shutout innings in his first start since late May, striking out 8 and allowing only 2 hits. Krimmer 4-4 effectively used his splitter, stifling the Mariners' lineup and preventing any significant offensive momentum. Baltimore's win marked their 6th victory in 7 games at the time and continued to highlight Seattle's recent struggles, with the Mariners losing for the 10th time in 13 games. This skid has seen their 10-game lead in the AL West shrink to just 2 games. Seattle manager Scott Servais expressed his frustration with the team's offensive difficulties, noting the lack of consistent traction and the inability to rely solely on pitching. The Orioles, on the other hand, saw Craig Kimbrell close out the game for his 21st save of the season and the 438th of his career, moving him into 4th place on the all-time saves list ahead of Francisco Rodriguez. Kimbrell acknowledged the significance of this milestone, especially surpassing a player he admired and spent time with. O'Hearn's contributions were also recognized, as he narrowly missed being selected as the AL-designated hitter for the All-Star Game, finishing second to Yordan Alvarez. Oakland displayed remarkable pitching in their sweep of the Angels, highlighted by Joey Estes pitching the first complete game shutout by an A's pitcher since Sean Manaea in 2021. J.P. Sears delivered 5 scoreless innings in the series finale, a much-needed turnaround for the lefty, while Mitch Spence allowed just 1 run in 5 1/3 innings on Tuesday. In total, A's starters combined for 19 1/3 innings with just 1 run allowed. Offensively, the A's broke through their usual 3 runs per game limit, scoring 5 or more runs in each game of the series. Brent Rooker led the charge with an RBI in each game and 6 hits in total, including 2 home runs, strengthening his case for another All-Star Game selection. Lawrence Butler also contributed 2 home runs, adding to the A's series total of 5. Thursday, the A's batters maximized their opportunities with just 4 hits, showing uncharacteristic patience and discipline by drawing 9 walks and striking out only 5 times. However, the magic didn't last to the weekend. The Athletics' struggles against pitching were highlighted once again as Albert Suarez delivered an impressive performance for the Baltimore Orioles. Suarez, who was retained in the starting rotation over Cole Irvin, showcased the form that made him a surprise standout in April. The 34-year-old right-hander pitched a season-high tying 6+ solid innings at the Oakland Coliseum, allowing only a pair of solo home runs during his 86th pitch, outing in a 3-2 win over the A's. Suarez, who tossed 6 scoreless frames in his previous start against the Rangers, demonstrated his reinvention as a hard-throwing, fastball-dominant pitcher after spending 5 years in Japan and Korea. He retired 17 of the 19 batters he faced between solo homers by Miguel Andujar in the first inning and Shea Langeliers in the 7th. However, the magic didn't last to the weekend. The Athletics' struggles against pitching were highlighted once again as Albert Suarez delivered an impressive performance for the Baltimore Orioles. Suarez, who was retained in the starting rotation over Cole Irvin, showcased the form that made him a surprise standout in April. The 34-year-old right-hander pitched a season-high tying 6+ solid innings at the Oakland Coliseum, allowing only a pair of solo home runs during his 86th pitch, outing in a 3-2 win over the A's. Suarez, who tossed 6 scoreless frames in his previous start against the Rangers, demonstrated his reinvention as a hard-throwing, fastball-dominant pitcher after spending 5 years in Japan and Korea. He retired 17 of the 19 batters he faced between solo homers by Miguel Andujar in the first inning and Shea Langeliers in the 7th. My second parlay pick is Detroit Tigers via Cincinnati Reds. Take Detroit Tigers to win, and here is why. The Detroit Tigers have been struggling a bit this season as the team is fourth in the AL Central with a 40-48 record and have been underperforming as of late. The Tigers are tied with the Washington Nationals for 24th in MLB with a .670 team ops, while averaging 4.1 runs per game thus far. Left fielder Riley Green .868 ops, 53 runs, has been hitting well throughout the year as he has been a force toward the top of Detroit's lineup. Right-hander Matt Manning 0-1, 4.88 ERA will be taking the mound, and this will be the first time he is on the big league mound since May 19th. The Cincinnati Reds have been playing poorly throughout the season as we surpass the halfway mark. The team is fourth in the NL Central right now as they have a 42-46 record heading into this game. The Reds have been hitting at a terrible level at the plate right now as they have a .227/.303/.378 team/line and are scoring 4.3 runs per game. The Reds have been depending on the production of a jack of all trades and shortstop Elly De La Cruz .823 ops, 43 SB, and they need to figure out how to continue improving as the season progresses. Righty Hunter Green 5'4", 3.70 ERA will be on the mound and is coming off a loss against the St. Louis Cardinals, where he gave up 1 run on 4 hits with a pair of hit by pitches, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts in 4.2 innings. Hunter Green has been struggling as of late as in his last 6 starts. He has a 4.96 ERA and a 1.22 whip in 32.2 innings of work. Matt Manning has not pitched in the majors for more than 6 weeks, but there is still some confidence that he can shake off the rust and do well. Detroit was able to score 5 runs on Friday without a single hit with runners in scoring position and put themselves in a great position with 3 solo home runs in the opening game. When looking at how these offenses have done in the last week of action, there is a clear difference. The Tigers are scoring 5.33 runs in their last 6 games, while the Reds are averaging 4.83 runs in that same stretch of action. The Cincinnati Reds have been unable to get into gear as of late, and while they were able to make the 9th inning interesting on Friday's opening game of the series, they were severely outplayed for the first 8 innings of this game. My third parlay pick is Toronto Blue Jays via Seattle Mariners. Take Seattle Mariners to win, and here is why. The Toronto Blue Jays have been playing poorly this season as they are last in the AL East, as they are 16.0 games back in the division and 8.5 games behind in the AL wildcard. Their offense has been doing decently well as they are tied with the Los Angeles Angels for 17th in the league with a .686 team ops and scoring 4 runs per game. The team has been unable to hit for a large amount of power as they are the 3rd worst in the sport with 78 total home runs thus far. First baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has been doing well at the plate as he has recorded a .296/.373/.467/ with 13 home runs, 50 RBI, 42 runs scored and a pair of steals without being caught. This Blue Jays lineup has a lot of good hitters, but things need to change before a fire sale in Toronto happens. The Blue Jays are going to have rookie right-hander Yariel Rodriguez on the mound, and he has been able to pitch at an okay level in his first 6 starts of his career. He is 0-3 with a 4.63 ERA and a 1.54 whip in 23.1 innings of work. Hitters are making good contact against him, as they have a .256 batting average against him. Rodriguez is coming off a losing effort last time out against the Houston Astros as he pitched 6.2 innings and allowed 1 run on 2 hits with a pair of walks and 6 strikeouts. The Seattle Mariners have been doing very well as they are best in the AL West standings and are 2.0 games ahead in the division right now. The Mariners have been putrid offensively as the team has a .216/.297/.363/line while averaging 3.82 runs per game up to this point. The lineup struggles to put the ball in play as they lead baseball by a wide margin with 912 strikeouts or 10.2 strikeouts per game at the plate. Catcher Cal Raleigh has been hitting less than ideal as he has a .672 ops with 15 home runs, 51 RBI, 31 runs scored, and 4 steals on 4 tries. This team needs to improve offensively if they want to be a force and keep their lead in the division. Rookie righty Emerson Hancock will be on the mound for the Seattle Mariners, and he is pitching decently well as in 8 games. He is 3-3 with a 4.79 ERA and a 1.28 whip in 41.1 innings. Teams have been hitting for a lot of power against him, as he has given up 8 thus far or worse than 1 every 5 innings. Hancock is coming off a no decision against the Chicago White Sox, where he pitched 7 innings and gave up 2 runs on 6 hits, with 2 walks and 1 strikeout. This is the first time that these starting pitchers are facing these opposing lineups, so they should have the advantage heading into this matchup. Seattle is a dominant 2.916 at home this season and should have the advantage here as well. These bullpens are going to play a major factor, as the Mariners are 14th in the sport with a 3.77 reliever era, while the Blue Jays are 29th in the majors with a 4.83 bullpen era thus far.